Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are playing in the Bestiary Flashback League as a hardcore solo self-found Necromancer that summons all the things. We find ourselves back in the desecrated chambers looking for the Staff of Various, for which we have to defeat Various reassembled. So it's gonna be another trips through here. On the way we will encounter rogue exiles, invasion bosses and beyond, which is interesting since this place does have a decent monster density if you are lucky enough. Ultimate Tool, you are rogue exile, aren't you? I think you are. Dustclaw, you just look like a regular mob. So what I could do is actually weaponize my zombies now, since if they die, they turn into nice caustic clouds. Oh, a Tilsinger is in there with the other things. I'll just murder them all. That seems like the safest option. Great. Or Tilsinger, depends on how you want to see it or pronounce it. So, Staff of Various, then Kitava. That's the order of business today. And I'm very much looking forward to the Kitava fight. Slightly nervous about it, but also excited for it. See if I can do better than in the previous playthrough. Oh, as in, no, the warm-up character I did during Bestiary itself, because that one died in the final stages of the Kitava fight. Something about running out of health and just not having enough, and just not having any physical mitigation. So Kitava, who deals a lot of physical and fire damage, not a good boss to face if you don't really have that aspect under control. Okay. So, I think I'm just gonna increase my minion damage a little bit more. If their damage is higher, they kill enemies faster, which means the enemy is capable of dealing less damage to me in that time. It seems like a safe bet. And as I've said before, I've applied most of my defensive points already. So just wrapping up the offense seems like a nice time to do it. Okay, it's not as crowded as it is on the way in Act 5. But might be that they're just hiding around the corner, waiting to just jump out and say surprise. Could be. I definitely would be surprised if they would jump out and have all kinds of banners and things like that. That's not expected behavior. Okay, that's a lot of enemies. Okay. It said beyond. I see two of those grappling portal things, but I'm not seeing any demons. Just not seeing it. Okay. Okay, minor effigy demons. Okay. I do fear I really have to wait until maps. I said just before Fritzi showed up, at least give me an extra rogue exile spawn, assassinate the target, and I'm just gonna ignore the line about keeping the guards alive, since that never really happens. Okay, that's near the end. Okay, they dealt decent chunks of damage though. More than I was expecting. So this is the surprise party I was hoping for. Is it gonna be enough? I don't think so. Just look at that. Just two little beyond splotches. They really are shy today. Alright, let's have some fun with the reassembled of areas. Okay, you're aiming, I dodge. Yeah, she's hitting my minions, that's also fine with me, and I'll just take that staff. Thank you and goodbye. Bannon, you please sacrifice yourself. Lani, please be in awe. And for that we get ourselves an elegant ring mail. What's in the ring mail? Bit of life, bit of strength. Puny resists. So we'll just get rid of all of that. This one's not really that helpful either. Hey, look at that. One god. You're gonna help me now, right? Yes, good. Things about to get a real, and I think I'm kind of done with those lower tier nets, and that one is good for quality. Adrenaline level slightly rising. Do your stuff. Open up the doors. Thank you. New area, new mods. We get Bloodlines, we get Abyss, and we get Cadabro. So we'll just I don't even see my sentinels, they're just hidden underneath my my mana pool. But they're shooting at my enemies, so that is good. Like, you are doing a decent job with damage on jump. Your fancy schmancy leap slams. So, didn't I switch over to the next tier? Apparently I'm using the lower tier again. That's a level 66 area, so I can still get away with it with the lower tier nets. So, sure, fine. Let's do it that way. Also, I think I've been carrying the tapestries around for quite a while now. Let's see if we can just re-summon them a little bit as just higher tiers. But just the extra couple levels means a bit of extra damage. And that's the second one. Good. Can use all the help we can get. So fighting underneath the bubble. Yes, tapestries also joined up. Good. Plunder this one. Hey, that's a calm sign. That's a calm sign. Max endurance charges. And another net. Great. And then we push forwards. Decent groups. In the back there's already a new wave spawning. Hello there. Goodbye. And an abyss. Okay, it's also a dead end. So, oh, wait, actually it goes into the right direction here. That's okay. The way does lead forward here. Okay, flask up. Kill everything. Move. And again, I lost track of the abyss itself. But faster, I think, than I otherwise do. Also, there's some Perendus ahead, so I'm actually taking a step back here. Just preemptively recasting my zombies just to get some of the caustic clouds out for some extra damage. Okay, and the abyss once again moves forward. I have to backtrack for the Perendus chest now. Okay, and let's just turn more zombies into caustic clouds. That's a really nice source of damage. And you essentially get it for free. There we go. Open up the chest while the other one empties itself, and that is 42 Perendus coins. Wait, stop it. Thank you. More Wickerman with those red floaty fire things. They really die quickly though. But that's of course because they're not minions. I mean, if they're minions, they're probably going to be a lot sturdier than just random white mobs. Not in that. Okay, this is just going a little too smoothly. It's almost as if Kitava just pulled most of his enemies away and it's like, no, you know what, I can take the Exile. I can take it. That's gonna spare the lives of the minions. No need for bloodshed. Just put up some token defense to keep it interesting for the Exile, and then I'll tear them completely to pieces. I don't know, I guess that's maybe a little too reasonable for Kitava. I don't think Kitava had any shred of reasonability in him. It's mostly the god of hunger. Hunger and patience kind of don't seem to be all that compatible. And we have a Kadibro Perendus. That's his armor up here. Ooh, that was a larger explosion. Right, Kadibro, what do you have? Perendus Blazon. That's a bonus to all attribute, bit of fire res, increased flask effect duration, quantity, minus physical damage taken. I mean, my current belt is not all that great. It also has the same flask effect duration on it. 33 strength actually becomes 30 strength, which is alright-ish. You know what? Full on gear anyway. Might as well just empty my pockets. And then grab myself some coins. No, just for the fun of it. That one. Some currency, more currency. Just take all the. Actually, let's not take all the coins since that's limited to stacks of 100. So this way I can just grab all the things. Also, let's grab a Vaal orb for science. I'm just gonna Vaal it, see what comes out. It's not reasonable, but it's fun.
To an exile, coins are resumed. Oh, and refund is not in my vocabulary.
So we have ourselves a Perendus Blazon. Slam it, and it still looks like the same one. Okay, fun. No, we'll just keep it there. I don't actually feel like swapping around. Just a random item. Corruption. Could have been fun, could have gotten an interesting implicit or something. Oh. You vegan. Be murderized. Like that. Come on. Here I even leveled up. Because I never really spent too much time with him. There we go. And I see a door ahead. We are so close. Oh, so close to the next area. It's the feeding trough. New area means new mods, so let's have a look. Harbingers, strong boxes, and abyss. So nothing that is going to influence the final fight, which is happy, unless something happens to spawn inside of the arena, which would be a miserable thing. But I think usually the boss arenas are safeguarded. So mostly just very simple opponents, just nice and easy. Push forwards, turn everything into phantasms. Hello there, Righteous Beard. Which is a fun name. Okay, streaming in nicely here as well. This could have been very fun with Beyond. Just saying.
Orb of alchemy.
So the very open nature of the area, very conducive to artillery bombardments by my Frost Sentinels. I'm just trying to keep back on my flask usage for the foreseeable future here, just to make sure they are completely topped up. So when we do run into Kitava, I don't have to go back to town to actually top them up. And as I said before, most enemies here, they appear to be relatively basic. And there's no real need for fancy flask work. And there we are. Here we are. Final fight. Final Kitava fight. So in terms of gods, Soul of Lunaris, if there's anything close to me, I get extra physical damage reduction and movement speed. Kitava himself, not that helpful, but if there's even just one single add-on, it might be helpful for a little bit. Soul of Tukahama, when I stand still, I get extra physical damage reduction. Helpful while I'm standing a little bit back. If I accidentally get hit by something, then it's gonna impact me a little bit less. Another useful one might be Soul of Rislata. But I think mitigation is probably going to be slightly better here, especially since I already have a number of sources of mitigation. It's just going to stack up nicely. So let's do this. Mr. Hungry. Put down some desecrates, take a small step backwards. And already getting flame-breathed breaths. He's definitely at his meanest in this fight. Just hoping to keep my flasks topped up as far as possible. Because I got a feeling I will need them. Okay. Okay, he's now munching on Sin. Having a lot of minions helpful. Okay, Fire Breath. Side he's not at is helpful. Oh yeah, he's combining it with the... oh, let's just set the world on degen. Not a big fan. Mr. K. Okay, small range Fire Breath. Okay, a little bit of a breakthrough. Heart plummets out. Come on, kill those minions. Ugh. Okay, now it is Innocence's turn. He's down quite a bit. Okay, he's just making stuff explode there. And setting things on fire. Shouldn't go too far just yet. Because then I run into the degen. Let's just refresh some zombies. Seems like a decent idea. Just to get some... Wow! Yeah, like that. That's not helpful. Okay, he's going this way with the Flame Breath, and the final bit ought to be safe. Okay, and he's now gone, but I think his heart plummets out one more time, doesn't it? And then he is truly gone. Okay, let's see, if we just refresh some of the zombies there in the dead center. We got this. Holy moly, we got this in one go. Well, it's hardcore, you only really get one go. Oh, that was not as difficult as I feared it would be. And 2 passive skill points, which is helpful. Just round up the minion skill wheels. Some attack and cast speed. No, makes them faster as well. Whew. So, level 71. And wrapped things up here. And everybody, of course, is now happy, wants to see me, yada yada yada. And then Templar Lab is, of course, up here. But I'm happy at least. Now we've completed the entirety of the campaign. That was just one goal, complete the campaign. I'll take your beach map, thank you very much. We'll add an extra mod on top of this. Ooh, bloodlines, that's nice. It's good for map drops. And then we have ourselves a map device here. But it is a bit too late in the episode to start running maps. So here, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.